Now let's talk about calming the storm. You're going to walk the path while calming the storm. In that calming the storm, it is all about taking the different parts of our life experience, because we have life experience, and going into the memories of our body. Of course, we have conscious memories. We have subconscious memories, and we have unconscious memories. And guess who has the most memories? Not the conscious. Most people don't have a total access to all their memories of what's happened to your life. But your subconscious and your unconscious does. It accesses it not just in the brain, but the entire body is a memory. That's how we actually deal with life. We deal with it as a story. When anything happens to us, there's a story that is created. And that story, when it's created, is stored in our wonderful, amazing body. But guess what? It stores it through filters. So one filter could be through, and this is an example, as a metaphor, and we're using this blue. Now, blue in Chinese medicine will go to the colon and the lungs. Okay, the green, of course, will go to the liver or the gallbladder. Now, those are meridians, and then those meridians relate to the organs, of course. So if we have this filter on while we're experiencing our story, when we have too many issues on our lungs, for example, if there's asthma, now asthma, yes, is a physical a manifestation. Now, if you've read the Mind-Body Dictionary, it goes into the troubled mindset, it goes into the healing mindset, and into affirmations and healing foods. And there it talks about the idea of attachments or feeling abandoned. And it may not mention, I can't remember everything we said, but it could be that I'm a worrier and I'm afraid of losing and have separation anxiety. Now, if I have that filter, if I have those memories, if I have those memories that deal with those kind of issues, then everything that comes to me will go through that filter. If that's my main story, then everything that happens to me will go through there. Now, that's okay, but then when I need to move out of it, every time I face conflict and it goes through that filter, I may manifest asthma. Now, asthma is real and it's not fake, but you can actually help yourself reduce or calm a lot of those symptoms, because a lot of people notice that they get cold or sick, or they have these symptoms show up with any condition more often when they're stressed. Of course, because all of our body, our mind, our heart, our body, our soul, and there's several aspects all along there, by the way. I've mapped it out for 14 levels, and they're main 5 levels. And then from there, you have levels around it. All those are actually a part of the whole thing. You can't isolate the physical all by itself. It doesn't work. I mean, we're not just physical beings and like robots and have a physical body. Yes, I am very happy to be physical. How about you? We're more than AI. We actually are organic. There is cellular memory in this beautiful body of ours. Now, in walking the path while calming the storm, we actually look at the different levels, and then we start isolating how to access that, either with kinesiology or testing, or intuition, and or looking and just analyzing what's right there, right in front of us, by writing and looking and listening and questioning. We look at that, then we look at the story, and within that story there's a game. There's always something going on. There's always some payoff and a cost. Now, it used to be when I taught this, been teaching this stuff for 35 years, it used to be I just went to like a payoff, a cost, and a benefit, and the standard things that when we talk about these things. And that's great, that's important, and I do it all the time. But really, we need to look at those through the different filters. That the filters of the meridians, like each of the meridians has a different view of life. through the organs and how they access it, through the muscles and how they access it. And we need to look at it from the emotions, okay? What if we're always angry? Or this could mean passion. It doesn't have to be angry all the time. It could be, oh yes, I've got to have it. I want to have it. Sometimes it's driven. When we access it through all these possible filters, and we don't have to know all the filters by heart, we lay it out so we can learn. It recreates an amazing experience where we get to really see what's happening, not only in our experience and our adventure of life, but the adventures of life around us, okay? And that why people act the way they do sometimes, and why, of course, we act the way we do, and the decisions we make. So if you're having problems with your health, you're having problems with your wealth, okay, and you don't want to go stealth anymore about it, meaning you're hiding from your problems, okay, but you really, really want to delve in and help yourself, and for those who want to be professional, use it in a professional setting. You're very welcome to do that. I certify people in this work. I certify people in brain integration. I want to help more people to help more people. At least help yourself. At least help your family. Where we actually go in and give you energy tools, okay, that work very well and consistently. We give you mental tools, emotional tools, and spiritual tools that help you walk your way through the storm, okay? Help you walk the path while you're calming the storm. And we suggest everyone that you take this course, that emotional mental course with walking the path while calming the storm, and then also take the class of calming the storm with energy integration techniques, where there's more advanced ways to do it with energy, because sometimes we have no idea what's going on. We can't figure out all the emotional stuff. So we have the energy techniques to calm us down so that we can think. So that all of a sudden, when, this filter is here, we know when we're in the filter, we can see it. And then you can take your mind-body dictionary, you can take your other techniques that you have and walk yourself through, or use the techniques here. Besides, in an interactive seminar where we're using examples, you stand up, you learn, and you actually not just sit there and go, oh, and try to, it doesn't work that well unless you actually use it, get up and feel your body, get into the somatic work, get into the emotional work. And so it doesn't matter whether you're a massage therapist or craniotherapist, a chiropractor, a social worker, mental health, or a coach, or an osteopath. If you want to go, all of those kind of naturopath. You can also do this if you're a mom, a dad, a student, a brother, a sister, a cousin, aunt, uncle, a friend, a coworker, a neighbor. For spiritually, it says, first we love God, then we love our neighbor as ourselves, which means three things. In the divine, connect to the divine first. Make sure we're really honoring, respecting our own self, as also we respect others. If you miss one of those three, it doesn't work. And this honors that same idea. It's more than an idea, it's a value and a more morality in our society, because our society is having more and more problems, more and more narcissism, only care about themselves and blame the world. They're going more external. They're not taking responsibility for the self. And this helps take responsibility for the self. This actually allows us to expand, be real, make connections. It actually is remarkable to help us be able to respond to our environment internally and to our environment externally. By the way, those are part of the levels. our relationships between people, our relationship with the environment, and our relationship internal to our own milieu inside. And to be able to know how to access that in a systematic way, because it is systems procedure. It's how I think, it's how I teach, it's how I love to have people really find healing. And it is a gift to be able to share, which I love to do, and I want you to be able to have that opportunity too. So come and learn, whether you're new or whether you're professional, because everyone will grow together better. This isn't about separating people out. This is about actually integrating, because you will discover things you haven't discovered before when you come to integration and completion and reflection.